Boom.
That was a really good clap.
Clap like a man, bro.
I'll make it clap.
Yeah, dude. How's your phone? How's your phone doing there?
It's good.
I'm sorry that I'm not interesting enough on this. On this day of episode 5.
Episode 5.
That you're gonna go ahead and open up your phone.
I wanted to take a screenshot of the date that today is.
Oh, that's
how back in the day people would take
what it
a
is.
picture with a newspaper just to prove.
Right.
This is a big day. 5.
Episode 5.
We got our 5th ring.
Yeah, I feel like 5 is like those numbers, you know, like you always knew the 5 in the times tables, like, you know, 5 times, like 5 is that number.
Ones
You're always
fives.
like, we're fucking with 5s today. That's easy. That's easy. That's easy money.
Yeah. No, it's 5's a big number, especially since
Yeah.
Podbean will do all the work for us now and upload the podcast all over the place.
I hope so.
I guess this kind of verifies our account that we're not ISIS and we're not trying to promote hate. Or
I
anything.
hope so.
Are we trying to promote hate?
I hope not.
I hope not. Okay, I just wanted to.
That's what I hope not.
I didn't want to say it, but I
Yeah.
wanted to hear you say it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get into like episode like 100.
Yeah, you know, now that we're at 5, we should probably sit down and talk about actually what we're promoting.
Our intention.
I hope it's not
What
hate.
do we stand for? I don't know.
But you know what? I feel like the army is loyal enough that if it is hate,
Yeah?
they're going to be on board. Dude.
They're going to be on board.
They're going to be on board for sure.
Well, you know, episode like 100, you'll find out like how racist Jeremiah is. Like, whoa, dude, blacks? Like you can't.
yeah. It's like 3 months in of a relationship.
Yeah.
Like you'll finally find out who they really are.
Turns out you voted for Trump. Okay, that's cool. Turns out you voted for somebody.
You can, yeah. Oh, you don't vote? Oh. Cool.
Oh.
Good for you. Good
I
for
didn't
you.
vote. I didn't vote this last year.
I didn't either.
I didn't vote. I didn't. I was too torn. There's between a rock and a hard place.
You're torn. Are you talking
Just politically.
this last year?
This last year, yeah. This last year, yeah, you know.
So we're talking Labrador again, aren't we? We're gonna bring up Raul again, aren't we?
He knows what he did.
He's the only one that knows what he did.
Do you think like he'll listen to this podcast one day
We
and be
know.
like, "What did I do?"
Yeah, you will. He'll be upset about it.
Like just like he
He'll
keeps
be like, hey.
he's like didn't tip. Like that's
Yeah.
like
He'll have his people like out searching to find out exactly what we know.
that one time he didn't
What
tip a
do they
barista.
know?
By
Yeah.
the way, do you tip all the places you get coffee at? Like you come in for a black coffee, do you tip?
Hey, I don't know if you know me, Alex, but I could probably honestly say that I've never gone and bought coffee.
You don't do
Starbucks.
coffee? You don't do coffee?
Dutch Bros.
What do
I
you-
do coffee. I love coffee.
Yeah.
But I like black coffee.
That's how I drink
Just
it.
give me black coffee.
Yeah.
I've got a pot.
Yeah.
I've got a pot upstairs.
Well, but that's a lot. That's a big commitment. You don't do the K cups. You don't mess with the K cups.
Nope.
No, interesting.
Nope. I make pot.
That's a huge commitment.
Got that pot coffee. Huh?
Is it you and Felicia both destroy the pot of coffee?
Oh, yeah.
Do the kids drink it?
No.
That's a lot of.
What?
I mean, I used to.
How old is mine?
I used to do the pot coffee thing too. Well, not pot coffee. I didn't. But
Pot coffee.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a new thing.
I got off the
it
pot.
It wasn't pot, bro. It was hemp.
Yeah.
It was hemp. I checked the THC levels right before I drank
Yeah.
it.
I don't do it for the buzz. I do
Yeah,
it for
For medicinal purposes.
Yeah.
And then I make necklaces afterwards with my potto coffee.
I get migraines.
I think we just came up with something right there.
Pot coffee?
Pot coffee.
We should sign it. We should sign on it. By the way, we trademarked it as we speak right now.
If I can get gummy bears that have THC in it, then you can for sure get a
That's true.
coffee that has THC.
Yeah. Is that an Americano?
Well,
Yes.
maybe not. I might be making that up.
Americano with a dash
Hey,
of tea.
if it's a real thing already, let us know before we try to patent it. It's a lot of money and a lot of effort, okay?
You're gonna save us a lot of
A
paperwork.
lot of money, a lot of effort. Lawyer fees, and it gets dicey.
But it's a lot. It's a huge commitment to brew one pot of coffee and then just really it's you. I mean,
Really?
I don't know. I feel there's a lot of waste.
Dump it out.
Land of the plentiful, bro. There's a lot of people
dump it
trying to
out.
wake up out there.
You wake up the next morning and you dump it out and make a new one.
I mess with the K cups. That's what I do. I drop
Okay.
the K cup. You get a deal on them too, man.
But the thing with the K cups is I can easily kill 4 to 5 cups in the morning.
Oh, I do 3 easy every day. 3 at least.
So you're going through 3 K cups?
3 K cups.
You realize
that's 3 cups.
You
of
realize
coffee.
what that's doing to our environment?
Yeah, I'm promoting global warming.
land?
You know they say
The landfill?
They say the world's getting or the Earth is getting warmer. I say not warm enough.
Yeah, Al Gore, you're wrong, buddy.
We can make it hotter.
Hey, listen, yeah.
It's getting hot in her.
Hey,
No, it's gonna get
yeah.
hotter.
Herder in here.
Yeah. Was that who did that? Was that Nelly? Getting hurt in here? Or was
hope
that
so.
that was Nelly? Yeah.
That was for sure. Yeah, that was Nelly.
Is he still around? Oh, you know what I hear? Speaking of the old back in the day, R. Kelly. Remember how he had back in the day like a whole like peeing on a girl thing?
Yeah.
Supposedly
He still does that.
He just lawyered up. He apparently
He's in jail now.
is he in jail
Yeah,
for what?
for that.
For that?
There's new findings and new
the
peen on girl
so,
things.
so the new findings is apparently, so what's the statute of limitation, right? I think it's like, what, 10 years or whatever it is. So they found some footage, like video or audio footage, I think it's audio, about them being at an event, and they kept saying, oh, that girl's 14, the girl's 14, the girl's 14. And apparently he was like into that kind of thing, and they're able to prosecute him now. So he's like lawyering hard.
It's not the first time he's been caught doing things like that. It's just the first person. He's got some sort of power over the ladies.
That's weird.
Because he had like a kind of a cult thing going on at his house where he had these young girls, a crew of young girls, but none of them are going to prosecute him because they're all into it. Like they were all.
They signed a
he's
disclosure
my,
or something like that?
You know, he's my daddy is what they're saying.
Gosh, that's disgusting.
They signed a disclosure that said he's my daddy.
Nah.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Nah. Nah.
You know what? Dude could make some jams, son.
He hasn't put anything out in like,
Dude
what,
could
15
make
years?
some jams.
15 years now? He did put out some okay music
hadn't-
back in the day. Well,
Did
no.
you say okay?
Well, I did have a summer mix,
I had some,
2006.
I had a tape of his.
Yeah. Tape.
Keeping it on a down low.
Tape?
Yeah.
Dang, son.
He had that song "Keep It on a Down Low."
Keep it on the down low. I'm trying to
Forget
remember
about
some,
it.
I'm trying to remember some of his songs.
Forget about it.
They were the jam, though.
Yeah, if you were making a little mixtape for your lady friend and didn't have R. Kelly on it,
Yeah. Nah. You ain't making
she's
no
kicking
babies.
it. She's kicking it back, dude.
You ain't making babies.
Yeah, she's kicking it back, and she's saying,
Yeah. If you're not popping
Remake
in,
it, buddy.
If you're not popping in, now that's what I call music.
yeah. If you don't got Keith Sweat and R. Kelly on your mixtapes,
Oh my gosh, dude, a lot of good
Yeah.
stuff. Did you ever have that
you're
big?
getting broken up with.
Did you ever have that big case of CDs where it's like it's basically the Old
didn't?
Testament?
Who
Yeah.
didn't?
Man.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like what in like the late '90s, early
Yeah.
2000s.
Oh, yeah.
You were rolling with at least 4 of those books.
Oh, at
in
least.
your car.
And man, if your Nissan Maxima had a CD changer in there, man, you're a baller.
You were the big time.
You're the big. Unless it's in the trunk, then screw yourself, man. I'm not getting out of the thing and popping the thing
Put in
open.
more, yeah.
So many trips to the trunk back in the
Yes.
day, man.
I did. I think I actually had a six dicks. What? We're gonna delete that.
I want to talk to you about this.
Well,
Who are your 6
Truth
friends
be told,
that I
truth
don't
be
know
told.
about?
I had a 6 dick changer. It was pretty wild, dude. No. I had a 6 disc changer in my trunk.
Yeah,
In my
brother had
back
one.
in my day.
My
yeah.
brother had one too. It was,
Yeah. This is the downfall. I felt so cool when I got it.
Yeah.
I think it quit working like after like 6 months. Or
Did it
something.
really?
Yeah.
What kind of car was it in?
So mad.
What kind of
I had
car
an Oldsmobile Bravada. It was kind of a Blazer, Chevy Blazer
Oh, yeah,
looking
yeah.
thing.
Mhm. I know exactly what
I
you're
had
talking
it loaded with the speakers, dude.
Yeah.
Loaded with
Dang,
speakers.
son, that thing balled, huh?
Oh yeah.
Did you have the manual door windows? I mean,
No, I think it was electrical.
baller. Sounds like you had ABS too.
Yeah.
If I'm doing my numbers correctly.
Yeah.
I'm no car nut, but
I had-
here
Yeah. It probably needed recharge, but I had air conditioning.
at one point.
Yeah, at one point it left. Yeah,
man.
yeah. You know, in my humble beginnings.
Yeah.
Once we first got a car that actually had like cruise controller and stuff,
Oh.
you were hitting that doing 35
Really?
down
You're
the
doing
road.
it? You're doing.
Oh yeah.
Was that Oldsmobile your first car?
No.
What was your first car?
Very first was a '62 International pickup truck.
Really?
Yeah.
Like nice, or like a farm truck?
It was pretty nice. It was my dad's. He had it like repainted and stuff, so it actually looked pretty decent.
but like no rust in it and all like that.
no rust.
No rust.
It was,
So it was nice
it was
then.
yeah. It was really slow.
What about the upholstery? Was it all torn
really
up?
old? No, it was
Really?
good. Yeah, he
that
kept
sounds
it in
like
good condition.
Sounds like a really good truck though.
my dad took care of it.
Really?
Yeah,
That
and
sounds
then
like a baller car. Did
Then
that?
I got an '82 Ford Mustang.
That
That was the first one I actually owned. That was my first.
Really?
Because the other one was technically my dad's truck. Hey, it's my dad's truck,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Dropping some cherry bombs.
he lets me drive.
You dropped some cherry bombs on the Mustang? The old
Cherry
Stang?
bombs? No, I didn't.
No?
With the cherry bomb exhaust. Is that what you're talking
yeah,
about?
yeah. And
No.
you walking
No.
O'Reilly's or Shucks back in the day?
Yeah, it was more about the system
That was the system? Yeah.
than the actual car performance.
Yeah. My first car was a 96 Honda Civic Coupe EX, gray, automatic, which sucked because back then it's like all about Fast and Furious. And I had these neon lights. Like the most modded thing in the car was a new CD player, and then a cold air intake that for some reason I thought I could keep up with Ferraris. And
Why couldn't you?
and not underground, but like where your feet are in the car, like the neon lights that would beat to the music, but only beat to the music like half the time.
Man, those are awesome.
Yeah, dude.
You're lucky.
Dude,
man.
and an exhaust
You
tip.
were about
And an exhaust
bowling.
tip. Not even a muffler
Exhaust.
tip.
Just the tip.
Yeah, the $12
the tip.
exhaust chrome tip. Made it give the illusion. I had one guy pull up to me. He's like, "What you got in the thing?" I go, "Just a few." I remember I said this too. I said, "Just a few bolt-on JDMs." Still don't know what that means. Still don't know what that means.
What do you got in that?
Legit. I was at a parking lot in Tequila, Washington at night, and I was trying to do donuts, but it's on like automatic and front wheel drive. So I just like whip it around and pull the e-brake.
It kind of goes skeet, skeet.
Yeah, pull the e-brake.
It does a little skirt, skirt.
In the rain, and the guy pulls up, the mall security guy pulls up, like, "What do you got under there?" I was like, "Oh, a couple of bolt-on JDMs, nothing big." That's what I said, like literally that exact
big deal.
line. Age 16, that's the exact line.
And he was like, "Oh,
No, but he was like, "Yeah, for real." And then he kept telling me like what he has, like too much money spent into a car. Like
Right.
no wonder he works as mall
yeah,
security.
you should
like,
not."
Yeah. You should
As
not
he
do that.
proceeded, as he proceeded to tell you not
Yeah.
to do that in his.
You ever find out what like nitrous oxide actually like costs? Like it's stupid. Like even to recharge it, like it's and then it destroys your engine. I don't know.
I had a friend that he actually did that to people's cars. Like he put the.
Did he do that?
Yeah, I can't say that I actually ever rode in one.
I've never had. I don't know what experience.
That
I don't
hit it,
the
you know?
experience. Yeah.
Like let's hit it, bro. I did, however,
you go
had
lightning
a,
speed?
I had a buddy that got hydraulics installed in his
Oh, yeah?
vehicle. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah, I bet.
We were like
So
high
can-
school years.
Can
and
you
so
actually sit inside
we
of
thought
it
we
and
were-
make it bounce, or
Yeah.
you can only just kind
Well,
of go and just
yeah,
like,
it
positions.
would make a a bouncing effect, but you're not. The wheels aren't coming off the ground.
Do you have to get special wheels in order for it to like absorb the bounce? Like
Like his tires?
yeah. The tires wise, like
I don't think so.
No?
I'm not a professional though.
yeah. Did you have the 100?
Hey.
Hey.
This guy had a '62 Volkswagen Beetle.
Did
son.
you? Did you?
No, he did.
Oh, he did.
My friend,
That's what he had it
he
in?
put hydraulics
Oh,
on it.
gosh.
It was so dope. It was so
Really?
dope. Oh yeah.
Back in the day, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, you said 62?
Yeah.
Oh, that's baller. I'm thinking like a modern day Volkswagen, like a Golf. Like when you
Those
said that,
weren't around,
I didn't even think of no.
Those weren't
No.
around.
Yeah, well,
had the-
I'm
we had
thinking
the
like
Bugs
the
back
90s.
then.
Yeah. Those are kind of cool. One of my neighbors has one. It's kind of cool. Like
Yeah, they're
you don't look like a total douche. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You don't look like a douche?
No, not you,
'Cause
but
it-
like anybody,
Yeah.
like anybody with like the old school '60s bug that's
this day
slam
and age,
doesn't
this
look
day and age.
No, for sure.
It's hard to be a man and pull off driving
Yeah.
a bug.
If you're how old are you? You're what, 39?
Yeah.
You're 39. You can't be 39 in a souped up Nissan or not Nissan, Mitsubishi Eclipse, right?
Yeah.
With all the bells and whistles and
Or
be
a-
like, that is cool. Like that you can't do that.
Or a Honda. or
But 39 years old
Civic.
in like a really clean paint job, like a cherry red with white walls and it's slammed to the ground, and you get one of those roof rack basket kind of things on top. That's classy.
I would need like a sunroof so I can stick
Well,
my head over
yeah,
out the top.
Yeah.
That thing's way too
Look,
small. for me.
legitimately, like
it's way too small. For
Yeah,
me.
that's swag, man. Well, actually,
Bugs.
yeah.
Bugs are small. I don't know. I don't know if swag's the right word I'd use for that when I'm talking about a Volkswagen Bug, but that's okay. That's okay, dude. Hey,
Anything with white
you can
walls.
think whatever you want, buddy. You can think whatever you want. You've been longing for this touch, haven't you?
It's been so.
It's been weeks. It hasn't. It feels like it though.
Hey, man, did you watch the
Feels like
fights?
it's been forever since I've seen you. I did watch the fights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you questioning my fandom by saying that?
I want to know. I specifically just did an
No,
introduction.
I
there.
feel
This
like
is my segue.
no. I feel like you're asking me
Hey,
like
Jack,
I didn't
hey.
watch them.
Pop quiz. Ben Askren. What color is he?
Oh wow, I'm glad you brought up the Ben Askren, dude. Oh
You
my
wanna
god.
start with that one first?
Oh my god. Should we start with that one?
Let's start with that one. Okay, here's my first initial thoughts. Okay, was I the only one that thought he's gonna die within the first couple?
Oh
of,
dude.
was that the first one?
This is the way I described it that night watching it. He looked like how old is Jack?
Oh, Jack's gonna be 6 in September.
So he looked like you grappling Jack.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought to
Yeah.
myself. I'm
But-
like,
but I'm-
he
but-
has zero skills.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
but he's an Olympic wrestler. So
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not getting trying to be an
he kept trying to
asshole.
close the distance, right? He kept trying to close the distance.
Yeah, but
the
it
guy
was horrible though.
Right.
It was horribly closing the distance.
because he kept getting hit in the
Yeah.
face.
He got dropped on his head. He's an Olympic wrestler, and he got dropped on his head.
Dude.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Robbie Lawler is no punk. No punk.
He came
He's
in hot.
legit, dude.
He came in hot.
I thought him coming in. I was like,
Yeah.
I thought Ben was going to lose. I was like,
Oh.
I don't know how he can beat Robbie because Robbie has really good takedown skills,
Yeah.
takedown defense,
Yeah.
and he's got great striking. So
Yeah.
it's like, and he's a top notch guy. He's a Hall of Famer,
Right.
Future Hall
Yeah.
of Famer
Yeah.
for sure. And but man, and it was like, okay, Ben's undefeated, but he spent his last however many years of his career at ONE FC, which no offense, but it's him wrestling a bunch of Asian dudes.
Well, he was at
bunch of
Bellator,
Asian
right?
guys that have. Well, he was the champ at Bellator at one time,
Yeah.
and then he left there and went to ONE FC and became the champ there.
Oh, okay.
But ONE FC is an Asian federation. It's an Asian promotion.
Okay.
And so he was wrestling about, I mean, Asian guys don't do a whole lot of wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestling. They do a lot of grappling and things like
Yeah.
that. But if you're a collegiate or a top-notch wrestler, you're gonna have your way, in which he did. He had his way with those guys over there, and so it was like, I want to be. I'm a fan of his, and I always wanted him to come to the UFC. I was like, oh, let's, 'cause there was kind of this argument at one time when GSP was at the top of his game, and it's like, oh, Ben Askren, GSP, who's the best 170er?
Mm-hmm.
But he looked terrible.
He absorbed a lot of straight hits.
Yeah,
dude.
how that fight wasn't stopped right there when he was just getting rocked.
Oh, the whole time.
It's completely because he turned to guard on.
Right.
That's what saved his entire.
Right, he did. So so tell me about the whole dispute about whether or not Robbie actually got choked out, right? Because his line is, I was trying to relax.
Right. He was out for sure. There's no question in my mind that he didn't go out for a minute, but it's so hard because they're calling it a bulldog choke. He had him in a headlock.
Yeah.
A tight headlock is what he was doing,
Yeah.
which when do you ever see that in a MMA match?
Right.
No
So-
high profile guy is going to get choked out with a headlock.
So do you think
Professional wrestling. Right?
So do you think if he was to get choked out, he probably choked out for a quick second, but really he was trying to relax? Is that your thought?
I think Ben did had it on super tight,
Yeah.
and he was out. I think he was out. I think the stoppage was completely fine.
it was legit. Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't answering.
That's what I don't get.
He wasn't answering.
There's so many. Well, here's supposedly what they're saying. Was it
Well,
Herb?
he's
Was
saying
it
he
Herb?
couldn't hear.
Was
Herb Dean.
Herb
Yeah, it was
Dean.
Herb Dean.
So apparently he said, because he always says, protect yourself, and he apparently checked on him, and this is what Robbie's saying, is that he gave him a thumbs up. But I don't know if there was a thumbs up, because what Ben is saying that is, like, at that point he just went like that.
That's what I saw. I saw him because he had his hand up on his arm, and then
Yeah.
his arm just went boom, went limp.
Right.
And then he had that other hand over here, and then you see that other hand kind of like do this like a herky jerky thing. Like
Yeah.
what would you do when you get choked out? When you
Yeah.
get the blood supply cut off to your brain?
I don't know why guys do that. I don't know why they question whether or not they were submitted or choked out or knocked out.
Because you don't remember.
That's true.
Have you been choked out?
No. Well, I've been not choked out.
Right here live.
Yeah.
I'm gonna choke out Alex real quick.
We're getting views.
Like you've been passed out, like choked to the point that you passed out.
Yeah.
You have?
Oh, to the point of passing out? No. I've
Yeah.
been choked out and I tapped out.
You'll tap,
Obviously,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a quitter, bro.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
I know.
You can't be.
Yeah.
You can't be a diehard.
You
Can't be a diehard Asian guy all the time. The guys that'll just let them break. Like a true Japanese warrior. Like you'll watch them. In like MMA matches, and they'll just let them break their arm. Like it's like, oh,
What's that last fight?
I don't tap. Like it's disrespectful.
What's that fight last week where Grant? Oh, I forgot what his first name was. He got knocked out straight, like clobbed, right? Like literally moved back, went unconscious for a second, came up, and then this is what I hate. The guys do it. They come up to me and be like, "Hey man,
because they don't remember.
Yeah,
like you don't remember. You're legitimately in your head. That's why Joe Rogan's very
is he
open about the fact that he won't interview people anymore after they get knocked out. After in the ring, like he won't do it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, because of that. Because they'll get on the mic and they look stupid.
So it's not a pride thing. So they're not doing that out of pride.
They'll say, "Oh, I didn't get knocked out. I was fine, Joe. Like I don't know why the ref stopped it." And it's like
that's awkward, right?
It's not a pride thing. It's a concussion thing.
This is you right there.
It's a concussion thing. Like
makes sense.
They've been concussed. They don't remember. Like if you get legitimately choked out, you come to and you're like, what just happened? Like that's usually the first words you see them say.
Right.
What happened?
Now I fainted before. I fainted before, but like when I came back from it.
Did you faint? Was it like a surprise? It was like, I declare.
I do declare. No, I mean, there was nothing manly about it. Like I think I maybe didn't eat for like a day.
I picture someone standing over you with a hanky, like
that's exactly. I did like a church fainting thing. You know what I mean? Like I fainted.
That's what I'm saying.
But even coming back from it, I was like super weak. I'm like, oh, okay, so like something happened. What happened, right?
Right.
So I'd imagine when you get choked out or knocked out, I imagine you're so weak that you come back. But apparently, Professor Keith says this. He goes, when you fight somebody, choke them out, you better get ready because when they come back to consciousness, like after a minute or a couple of seconds, they're going to go back where they left off.
Yeah,
which is unique to me because when you faint, you come back really lightheaded, very weak, but you don't do that with chokings.
Well, professionals or people that have been doing it for a long time. When
right.
You develop this muscle memory in yourself where you're like. Someone takes you down, you're going to try to grab, you're trying to go to guard, you're going to try to, you do it so much, it's so repetitive that once you get knocked out or whatever, you come to and you're right back to where you were. Like you're like going for the takedown. Like like you see a lot of times when guys go for the takedown and the guy might hit him with an elbow to his face and it knocks him out, and so they drop. And then the ref steps in, and then they keep wrestling the ref because they don't know. You don't know. It's you've just developed this muscle memory in yourself, which is it's a thing with striking too, where you're throwing punches and you develop these like 6-punch combos. It's just this muscle memory that you just start throwing them every time you start to throw one. You're going to come with all the other combinations as well. It's the same thing with
Speaking of knockouts,
JJ.
Our boy Cody No Love. Dude, that Fistica.
Third knockout
with old Pedro, man.
3 straight knockouts for him.
Was that what it was?
On
3 in a
him.
row?
Yeah.
Is that why he was so disappointed laying on the ground for a while? Like he looked like
3 times in a row he's been knocked out.
Okay, because I couldn't figure out if he felt like he did something wrong, or is it the fact that he's like, this is my third one?
He did do something wrong. I mean, for him to decide that last 20 seconds that he was just going to throw.
Yeah.
Throw for
they threw for like
hills.
20, 30 seconds, didn't they? Yeah. They kind of, it looked like a hockey match. You know, when they like fight, they'll grab each other, and with the other hand, they'll just like punch each other. That's what it just looked like. They just kept like a couple heavyweights trying to exchange, but they're not.
Prior to him fighting TJ, like he didn't look like he had any holes in his game. Like he didn't look like he had a weak chin or anything like that. And he had bombs. Like he had hands of steel. Like he would touch people and he would put them down.
Because he's a boxer, right?
Guys.
He's a boxer. That's his primary skill.
For the most part, yeah.
He trained with, what's that guy? Apparently the Olympian or some top-notch boxer for this fight, apparently. No, I think Pedro did. Yeah, that's what he did. I don't know specifically, but apparently some guy who was a first in his country to like win the match or the championship or whatever. But I wish I knew the name. But apparently it wasn't Cody.
I don't know. But I'd never even heard of that guy prior to that fight. I'll be honest.
I don't.
Pedro
Munoz.
Was that his name?
Munoz. Yeah.
Pedro Munoz.
That leg lock right out of the gates, it took me back a little bit. I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. Like, within the first round, within a couple of seconds, Cody throws a kick, and the guy gets him into a leg lock. That was badass, dude.
For the heel.
Yeah, man. Dude was scrappy.
Yeah, he seems legit. It's I was talking about this the other day with my buddies that it's funny how one person's decisions or result can affect your legacy and everyone else's legacy. And by TJ Dillashaw, the champ at 135, going down to 125 and fighting Henry Cejudo, and then getting knocked out, like that affected everyone else, because then coming into that fight, they were like, oh well, TJ knocked out Cody, so. That's it's almost like they're questioning everyone that TJ's beat now. Like now it's just this giant like ripple effect in a pond. Like he threw a rock into a pond by fighting Henry and getting knocked out like that, because now everyone's like, oh, you got knocked out by a 125er, dude. 125ers don't knock people out. Like it just doesn't happen very often.
Right.
And so now it affected Cody. And granted, because going into that fight, a lot of people were saying we're going for Pedro. They were like, oh, Pedro's going to win that fight. I'm like. That was the main event, wasn't it?
That wasn't even the John Jones thing people were excited about. Supposedly people were excited about that one.
I was excited to see Cody get back into it and see what he was going to do.
Yeah,
coming off the 2 straight knockouts. But it's just interesting, because then everyone was like, there's a lot of people favoring Pedro going into that, and I'm like, I don't even know who this guy is. I've never even heard of him. And just because TJ just got knocked out by a 125er, all of a sudden everyone's like, Cody doesn't have a chin anymore, bro. Like he got knocked out by a guy that got knocked out by 125, and to me, TJ is one of the best. Like TJ is one of the best. And
one of the things that I've been learning as a noob in this kind of sport is what the mind does and the preparation. Like I didn't realize there was such a thing as like overtraining and over preparation, and then the mental aspect from it. Like to me, one of the funnest things to always watch is like the weigh-ins, right? Because there's those guys that are really respectful and and they'll bow in or whatever. But then there's guys out there that will legitimately get in your head. And if you allow for them to get in your head, like I can imagine Cody, right? You get knocked out twice. You're going into it be like, if I get knocked out the third time, everybody has a default thought, well, am I a loser after that, right? And so it messes with you. It messes with your ability, I think, to perform. And so I wonder if that had to do something with that, I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, I'm sure.
Of those guys,
he's a young guy. He doesn't have a ton of fights or anything.
All of those guys, they deal with the same. I was watching Dillashaw. Shab, I was interviewing TJ, and Shab was like, "So, do you watch the fights? Do you like on your days off, whatever?" He goes, "No, man. When I watch him, it gives me anxiety." And I get it, because it's that whole trickling effect. Kind of like when we were talking a couple episodes about Kron Gracie, right? And you have the biggest target on your back, right?
Yeah.
And if you screw up mentally or in your technique in any aspect, like, it's like a trickling effect, right? Like, oh, I beat the Gracies, right? Like, are the Gracies anything? No, you just somebody slipped for 1 second and you had an advantage, you know? And so it makes sense that a lot of these guys, they train physically all day long, but mentally it gets to you. That anxiety gets to you. Oh, man, I don't know.
When, when I used to do BJJ like in a consistent basis and when I felt like I was at the top of my game, one of my best friends at the time was
me.
Yeah. Well, you weren't grappling with me then, bro. Who else would be?
Who was there?
No. I brought one of my best friends into the class, and we kind of went up together as the BJJ, and it became so competitive. Like me and him were always super competitive anyway, and so it became so competitive. Like I would get anxiety, like when it come time, like because it always come down to me and him, like when it came to grappling at the end of the day, and it was just I don't know why, because now when I go to grapple, I'm like, I don't care. Like I don't care what happens. I don't want to lose by any means, but I don't. But I used to get so anxious, and he did too. Though I could see it in him too. That there'd get like this point of like scared and nervous because no one wants to get tapped out by the other one. And I still to this day, like I'm just I guess maybe I'm a different person now because I just don't understand what was going through my head.
You're more woke now.
Yeah, dude, I'm so woke right now.
Woke.
I don't know. But.
So I get where you're coming from because I keep thinking about this as a white belt. By the way, 2-stripe white belt now. We haven't talked about this. Got my second stripe last week, bro.
Getting up there.
Hey, the white drill, got it.
Climbing
the
that
green
ladder.
drill, got it.
Climbing that ladder.
That journey, bro.
Yeah. So proud of you.
As a white belt, like I have zero anxiety. Like, cause I never go into any situation that I'm grappling with, cause we're not allowed to grapple with white belts, but grappling with a green belt, blue belt, and anybody up. I never go with like this. Oh, I tapped out. Oh man. To me, like this is like the healthiest and happiest place I think you could ever be because you only go up because you constantly lose, and the best way of winning is just make it through the round without getting tapped out, right?
Right.
So tapping out for me, it's almost like practice. Okay, the quicker I tap out, the quicker we start all over again. Now I'm sure there's a different mindset behind it where like you got to figure out and think about how to get out of it.
You know why that is though?
What's up?
Because you're a pussy.
Whoa. I don't know if it was a noise canceling headphones, but that hurt me physically and emotionally.
You heard me.
I was exposing to you.
I ain't tapping out to nobody,
dude. But I can imagine being like, okay, so one day I will be a blue belt, and I bet you anything, like there's going to be anxiety that comes with it. Like, okay, great, I have to be a blue belt. Now, if I tap out to another blue belt, that's fine. That guy had an advantage. We're all the same class.
Right.
But what about tapping out to another white belt that perhaps had an advantage on you where you slipped on something? Like, I bet you that eats away at you, right? Because so I don't know. I feel like right now I'm at the least, I'm like the healthiest mindset that you could be, which later on things change, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, you never know when you're going against a white belt what kind of background he has.
It turns out they're collegiate wrestler, right?
Yeah, and a lesson I learned a long time ago is I remember I was teaching boxing to some people and I was playing
ISIS.
Well, of course, the only person I would teach boxing to.
All right, bros, get in here. Okay, number 1, death to Medica. Okay, number 2.
Yeah, number 2. Slip to right, come over with the left. It's the only way to win.
Which brings me back to number 1. All right, so you're teaching.
No. It's a lesson I learned a long time ago. Is that if you're messing around with like grown adults, like anything can happen because everyone's got adult power. Like you have that strength. You know, once you become, maybe like 24, 25 years old, you get kind of this adult strength.
Yeah,
you no longer have the little kid strength anymore. Yeah. And I remember I was teaching some kids not some kids, there were some adults how to box, and I was messing around with the guy. We were sparring, and he caught me with I was seeing stars for a minute, and I was like, oh shit. That's what I said to myself. Yeah. Oh shit, I should probably stop fucking around because I was. And then after that, it was kind of it was a good lesson learned in just a stupid little setting that kind of taught me a lesson for the rest of my life. Was like you don't just mess around with grown adults. Like
no.
Well, it's funny because like at any time I could be at the bar thinking that I'm the fucking shit and I can get knocked the fuck out. Like it'll happen.
There's a 40-year-old that can pick you up and throw you down, right?
Yeah, there's probably somebody out there. I'm sure there's somebody. Hey, if you're out there, come get me. Yeah, come find me, bro. I'm sure you're out there. Just haven't found you yet.
Yeah. Our email is pillowtalkpod@outlook.com. Subject line: Jeremiah's ass.
Challenge. Challenge.
Subject matter coming for you.
Yeah. Who's the strongest guy in Podcast City?
Start the sentence with "make you squeal like a pig, boy."
Oh, Jesus. That was aggressive, dude.
Yeah, that was all premeditated,
I don't go
too.
that hard,
I've been wanting to tell you that for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched Deliverance the other day, and I wanted to bring this up.
This segues to a perfect. We're doing a giveaway for a person who taps out Jeremiah and knocks him out. You get
great. Now
a
they're
$100 gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings, courtesy of Pillow Talk Podcast.
Yeah, who's paying for this?
I'll pay for it.
Okay.
Hey, speaking of sadness, it was hard.
Sadness.
It was hard watching Anthony Smith's post-fight interview. Man, the guy was just like vulnerable as you can get. He was just saying like how he's like it's everything went wrong. He goes, you tell yourself to move forward, but you end up moving back. You tell yourself to keep your hands up, you end up putting your hands down.
He definitely fought that fight like a guy that just didn't want to. Like he just wanted to, which I can't stand. But at the same time, he was trying his hardest. But I can't stand it when people fight someone to say I went 5 rounds with this person instead of I beat this person. And that to me, that's what I watched. Is the guy that said, I just want to last 5 rounds with John Jones, so I can tell that can be part of my 40 fight. He's got over 40 fights in his career.
Yeah.
I can say, I didn't win a title, but I went 5 rounds with John Jones.
Yeah, but what weight does that hold though? Like it's like me saying like, hey, I threw a sucker punch at John Jones and he knocked the crap out of me. Like, did I fight John Jones? Not really.
But how many times has John Jones has gone all 5 rounds?
Right.
It doesn't happen. Hardly ever.
Right.
Rarely. He's got a few.
Yeah, man. It was sad, man. He didn't look comfortable. He looked stiff. And then that post fight, man, I just felt bad for that guy. Like I
was disappointed. I was disappointed in the way he fought. I didn't think he fought as hard as he should have. He didn't. As I said,
you're talking about Anthony Smith?
Yeah, I felt like he needed to get his tattoo removed.
Which one?
He's got that lion, and he calls it, his nickname is Lionheart.
Oh,
he's got the lion above his heart.
Interesting.
And he needs to get it removed now.
Yeah. You can't have. You got the turtle.
Yeah, laser.
You can have the turtle.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna start a GoFundMe real quick for Lionheart to get his.
If you were a laser company in Boise,
yeah.
You want
you guys want to donate to that?
Yeah. Also, we could use a $100 gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings.
If anyone wants to throw that in
for a non-related event that we have going on.
As soon as I get. No, in all seriousness, though, if you think you can beat me, come get some. Come get some. No,
that's funny.
I'm just kidding. I talk pretty big for
Jeremiah's address is 13920.
A guy that rarely trains. I talk pretty big.
Are you thinking about getting back into BJJ? I mean, I know you'd still do it, but like getting back into the gym.
I'm definitely.
You came out and rolled with us. That was really fun.
Yeah. Our
instructor didn't realize that you and I are buddies, and so he's like, "Why are you guys giggling while grappling?"
There was. I can't even remember what I said. At one point, I was like, "Don't go so hard."
Yeah, and I said,
he looked at me like I was just the most ridiculous person in the world. That's when I think it hit him. He's like, "Oh, you two know each other."
I had you like in this clinch, and the whole time I kept saying, "This feels right."
Yeah. I think you did say that actually.
I did.
Yeah. Cause that's exactly what I said. I said, don't go so hard, and he looked at me like he was like,
Professor Keith was like, what do you I need to run you guys background checks?
Yeah. It took a solid.
I think
there was a 10-second pause.
Like holding down, clinching. I should have looked at Professor Keith and be like, I like this guy, Mr. Keith. You should come over.
He's soft and sensitive, just like me.
Yeah, he's like, all right, you two got to split up. Find another partner. You guys are weird. Hey man, you want to come over for dinner? You like beer in the morning?
Want to get drinks afterwards or no?
Yeah. Can you taste the smell of her Hefno? No, why'd you ask?
Smell that, bro? Yeah.
You ever been roofied before?
GHB, have you tried this?
Is that the official?
First thing I try. Yeah. Hey, bro, why do you smell like GHB right now?
You remind me of my weird stepdad Gary.
And that's when we connected because you were like, you know what GHB smells like too? I'm like, yeah.
Did you have an awkwardly questionable summer with Uncle Larry?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it was weird.
Maybe. I thought it was exotic actually.
I found out a lot about myself that day.
So also with not to move on from the fights.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the Tyrone Woodley fight? Did someone give him some marijuana before the fight?
I don't know if I watched the Tyrone Woodley.
Did someone give him Xanax? That's what he must have took Xanax before.
I didn't see that fight. What was going on there?
How did you miss that fight?
Oh, I only watched like the recaps afterwards because I was watching that Andrew Santino do his thing.
Someone didn't see it live.
I watched Andrew the Whiskey Ginger Santino.
Yeah,
great. It was great, dude. Was
he hilarious?
He's so cool. First of all, being in Boise, being a red state, dude, it's weird. Like when you go to a comedy show, you know that the person on stage, like his job is to talk smack, right? And to be fast and quick on it. What blows my mind are the people who are trying to yap something from the audience to that person, and they make a fool of themselves. Because
there was people heckling in
yes,
there? Really?
Yeah, there's some gal up front.
In Boise.
There's some gal up front.
I
There's
wouldn't
two gals.
expect that.
There's two gals that was an issue. Okay. The first gal, she shushed him. And so Andrew's doing this thing, and she literally was up front. So this has to be like a fan or something. And just all comics, they have stuff that you like and there's stuff that you don't like. Like, I am not a fan of abortion jokes. I won't say anything. I'll just wait till the next joke, right?
Right.
And so this girl, like, I don't know what joke he was making. It was maybe something about women. I don't know. But he said something, and she said something. I didn't hear her, and he stops and goes, "Did you just shush me?" And then she kind of had a rebuttal, whatever. And then I made a fool of her, like really quickly on the spot, without even thinking. And then her boyfriend or husband or some guy next to her, who's with her, obviously, clearly, he said something about, I only heard the word like, "You're making a fool of yourself," like to Andrew. Or "You look dumb," or something like that.
Really?
And Andrew destroyed him.
Who goes to shows and
I don't
does
get
that?
it. So I do not get it. Like, to me, like, you know, obviously Andrew hears that. He goes on defensive. He's a comic. I'm sure it's nothing personal he takes. He's like, he knows that people do that all over the country. And then the second gal from the audience, she didn't say something to insult him, but she said something about, like, she said something stupid. Like, he's in the middle of a bit. Obviously, this is not a moment to, like, interact with him. Right. And she yells out a word, something about, like, he said something about Idaho being, like, an outdoorsy state, right? And the women here are so hot, and that he said, like, something along the lines, like, he feels like a 9 or a 10 in this place here, right? As compared to California, right?
Right.
And then this gal yells from the audience. She goes, "It's because you have a beard." And he's like, "What? Because I have a beard?" And then so he like attacked her. He was like, "Thanks. Are you a teacher? Thanks for like the obvious statement. Like, yes, I have a beard." But like, and then and so he's doing this thing, kind of brushing it off and like making everybody laugh,
right,
and to transition. And so she kept taking 2 or 3 other attempts to correct him. Like, no, it's because here in Idaho everybody has a beard. And you're like, dude, just.
So she thought it was time to have a conversation with Andrew.
Like, explain yourself.
This is a good time to have a conversation with you right now, Andrew.
Lady, shut up. And nobody cares.
I'm glad you're in the middle of your act. Can we take a minute? Just me and you?
Yeah.
Me and you just talk?
And it was just, to me, so it made me feel bad for the performers, or like, and I know all comics go through this, but I just don't get the people that go to these places and they put in their 2 cents. It's a show. If you're watching,
it's like they have a season pass to Liquid, and so they're like, they just go there every day.
Yeah,
so it's like, I
yeah.
don't know who this guy is, but I'm gonna go there and
white privilege.
evaluate. I'm gonna go there and evaluate his performance.
I'm a season tax holder. No, but it's like, you don't go to the Phantom Opera and be like, "I don't like your mask." And the guy's like, "All right."
You don't? I do.
I like this part of my face, not this part.
Yeah, I go to orchestras and musicals all the time and correct them.
Some people. So I got to meet
him. You need a high enough octave on that one.
Right. Yeah, you didn't go as high as you could have. Yeah, man. And so I met him. I met him afterwards. It was cool, man. Like, I came up to him and I was like, "Hey, man, love your stuff, love your craft." And he's like, "Thanks, man." And then this is what I told him. I said, "Hey, man, screw Chris Delano," because Chris D'Elia and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's funny.
So he's always pissing. And so to him, like, he had that one, because you could tell, and I don't know if.
So did you guys have a moment? Eh?
Well, no, I got
to
quick. Yeah. He said, "Do you have a minute? Can we just communicate and connect?" And I was like, "Hey, man,
he actually asked for the selfie, didn't he? That selfie you sent me, he was on the ask.
I was like, "Look, Andrew, like, that's weird when another guy wants to take a picture of another guy."
You're like, "Oh gosh,
look,
I'm busy.
Right. Listen,
I'm
man.
busy,
But
Andrew."
look, none of that filters, right? Don't use the stupid bunny ears and doggy faces.
Why didn't you go Snapchat filter on that?
Like,
man?
I was going to,
Maybe we can both have redhead and beard.
Yeah, you could tell he was a little bit like irritated, and I don't know if it's because Brody passing away, or is it the hecklers that were in the audience? Maybe the combination of two.
He was irritated at the meet and greet.
Afterwards, was
that a meet and greet, or was
it was just like he's kind of standing at the door, and so you can walk out, get a picture, get an autograph, whatever, and
so
it was a meet and greet. I guess if you call it like a walk by kind of thing. And so yeah, he was a little irritated by it, and so it was just kind of cool. He got a little smirk out of the whole, like, screw Chris Delano, which makes him happy. Delano.
So you didn't even shout out the podcast to him. God, I hate you, bro.
I should have used it in third person too. "Hey, man, I heard there's an up and coming podcast out there."
That's what you should have said. "Hey, you heard that new podcast?
Yeah, guys are crazy
so good.
It's called
they're wild.
What is it called?
Pillows,
talking
Pillow
talk.
Smock.
I think
it's called Pillow Smock.
I'm gonna look up. Give me your phone. Subscribe. Oh, there it is. Oh, you know what?
Subscribe. You make him subscribe.
We went from 29 subscribers to 30 because of him. That's the thing.
Boom.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew.
Coming up.
Thanks, Andrew.
That's all we need. That's all we needed, Andrew.
Yeah. So that was cool,
You
man.
just need one guy to get on board, bro. That's all.
That's all it takes. I did the misses though, because we went with a couple of couples and we did a whole dinner thing. By the way, we went to all you can eat sushi before.
Cute. That sounds cute.
It is cool. It was a cool little triple date.
Yeah.
Triple date. Well, double date
is it
times 3, I
sweet?
guess. Yeah. We went to Yoitomo, the sushi place downtown by Trader Joe's. Small little place, really good. So they have an all-you-can-eat sushi thing. $25. You been there?
No, but I've been to some all-you-can-eat sushis.
$25. You can have any roll, even the premium rolls.
Right.
This is what I did. 6 rolls, bro.
Dang.
Dude, even the waiter
6
was
premium rules.
6 premium rules.
Okay, so those are big rules.
He says, "Do
I
not
got-
steal.
I got 6 premium
Do not
rules.
lie. Do not cuss. Do not take."
We don't talk about
All right,
sushi.
Now that we got the premium rules out of the way, all right. Here's the rolls that we got.
Here's your California roll.
A spicy tuna California.
Yeah, that's all you get, dude.
Thank you.
That's the only part. That's the only part of the all-you-can-eat sushi is California rolls. Hey, you want 15 California rolls? You got it, buddy.
Did not break a 20. The secret is more rice. That's what it is.
Exactly.
No, but I had the premium rolls. They're all delicious. But at one point, even the waiter goes, so he's writing them down. And at one point, he did a sigh breath. He goes,
Like, you sure?
he goes, that's a lot of sushi.
Did he give you the talk? Did he give you the
disclaimer?
speech of
Yeah.
if you don't eat it all, you have to pay.
You can't
extra.
share. You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Dude? I must have eaten like $100 worth of sushi, man.
Yeah. If you've never, is that your first
All you can eat.
all-you-can-eat sushi?
No,
you've dealt
I've
with?
been to IOU or no, I wasn't
IOU.
IOU
is one of them.
And I did the all you can eat there, but the disclaimer there is you can't have the premium rolls. You can only have like the select.
Well, you can if you go in dinner
there's,
time.
There's another price I think you have to pay. I think it's like $35 for
You
them.
go at dinner.
The dinner is that what
That's
it
what
is?
it is.
Oh, that's what it is. That's
At
probably what
lunchtime,
it is.
there's like the lunch.
Yeah.
There's a lunchtime
Yeah.
thing, and then there's a
Yeah,
dinner time
yeah.
thing.
I'm a big fan of Sakana's. I've never done there's no such thing as all you can eat there, but Sakana's is really good. And Izumi's off of Eagle. That's another really good one.
So
Really
there's
good
no
one.
such thing as all you can eat Toscanos? Is that what you're talking about?
Sakana's. Toscana's.
no
You're thinking.
idea
You're thinking. You're
I have
thinking.
no idea
Brazilian.
what
You're thinking Brazilian food.
Sakana's is.
Sakana's is a sushi place. It's by Beef for Brady's, but across the road.
I don't know.
Beefs.
I like Sushi Yaya.
Sushi Yaya.
Have you been there?
That's off
it's
of
on
Overland.
Yep.
Overland, yeah. I've been there. It was
That's
good.
an-
Yeah.
that's an
All you can eat. Yeah. I never did the all you can eat there, but I've had it. It was good.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. It was
Great
awesome.
sushi there.
We did a shoot with Rigid and they
Fantastic.
took us all out. Fantastic.
They took you out to Sushi Yaya?
Yeah.
Sushi
Yeah.
Yaya?
He goes, oh, Sushi Yaya. I was like, yeah.
Oh, you like
yeah.
Sushi Yaya?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I didn't tell you one thing about my Atlanta trip last week.
Oh.
I had a connecting flight in Denver.
You've been thinking about this, haven't you?
I legitimately forgot it because you are one of the two
Angry.
people I needed to tell this, that because you're the only two people that actually care about
Better
this.
be good.
So Chad and you are the only two people that needed to hear about this. I had a connecting flight from Boise to Denver before I left to Atlanta.
Okay.
And the connecting flight in Atlanta, you know how there's like usually, I don't know if you've ever been to or remember what the airport in Denver looks like,
Okay.
but there's just one hallway, just like any other airport, where it's like a cross, right? Like you can go this way, that way, or this way, right?
right.
Usually that's where they have all the stores and the signs are like where the connecting flights are. I'm walking and I'm looking where like the display is, my gate, and I'm reading the gate. And as soon as I'm done reading, like I look to the direction I'm going, 7 feet in front of me, there's a person looking at the screen. Guess who it was? Justin from the place that we met at the Trinity place that we met. Justin, the RT.
RT Justin?
The RT Justin.
Wow.
And he's looking that way, and you know I'm not fond of him,
You
right?
snuck by him.
Oh,
didn't you?
dude, he was looking that way. You know what I did? I did this. So you're here. Imagine you're looking this way. So look that way, right? You're looking that way. I see you. I go, and I just keep going. Literally, because that's gonna be small talk. He goes,
Yeah.
"Hey man, how are you?" And I'm gonna have to
Surprised you
pretend.
didn't like throw a pebble.
Yeah.
Like you do the old throw the rock, and so he looks where the sound is, and then you run by him.
I hate with a passion
hate
nonsense.
small talk.
Oh, I hate small
I
talk.
hate that.
I'm fine with small talk if it's just a warm up thing to something that we're like. For example, if you and Felicia come over, not you because I know you. Let's say like another couple is gonna come over, a guy and a girl.
You're saying you hate small talking with us?
And the guy comes over, and I know that I'm going to have to hang out with them for a little bit, for at least 2 hours. So we'll take small talk to kind of get the ball rolling before we realize he hates Trump or Hillary, kind of thing, right? Like, or you know,
Is that where your small talk goes to?
for ISIS? I need to feel people. out.
This
Yeah.
is why you hate
Yeah.
small talk.
Yeah.
If you go to politics, every
Yeah.
time you have small talk,
I do.
with
You
someone-
know my first question is?
Hey, real quick, buddy.
First question. This
You
is what I
vote
do.
for Trump?
This is my first question to people. I go, "What do you think of the Germans?" That's what I do.
Zizzles.
Yeah. If they get happy when they hear that accent, I'm like, "Ooh, can't even
You
be friends."
you actually carry a MAGA hat in your
Yeah,
back pocket.
yeah.
You pull it out and be like, "What does this do for you?"
build that wall.
Hey, what does this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what does this hat do for you?
Yeah.
And then it's
Does
like
it make
it's a
it-
trick question.
I just look at their face. I
It's
see like how
it's
happy
a
or
trick
sad.
question.
Yeah.
If they get sad, you
Yeah.
get mad at them. But if they get happy, you get mad at them too.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
because you're an
It's a-
in-betweener.
It's a little yeah. I'm not happy.
You're an in-betweener.
I didn't vote for anybody.
Yeah,
you know
so
what I mean?
You don't want them to support or
Yeah.
dislike it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you're like, okay, I'm American.
Yeah.
But I didn't vote for Trump.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know,
It's like your favorite team, but you realize that team like robbed somebody.
it's
like
when
you're like,
it's when your
"Ah."
favorite team signs like the biggest asshole in the league.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, he's an asshole, but he's on my team.
Yeah.
What do I do? What do I do?
It's the most.
I'm going to
difficult-
support him. I
Yeah.
want him to do his best.
I hate that we have.
But if he's on any other person's
Yeah.
team, I wouldn't be for it.
I wouldn't be for it.
I think I just hit the nail on the head right
I think
there.
you did. I think you hit it.
You don't have to.
right on the chin. It sucks that we live in a culture where like we're so tribal, right? Because everybody wants to belong to something. Everybody wants to. Are you hearing
Yeah,
something?
I am hearing that.
I don't know this from.
That's
Hopefully,
wild.
Hopefully it's not jacking anything up.
Yeah.
It's probably like a speaker or anything like that.
He broke something.
Yeah, probably. It's a Trump talk.
Yeah.
But it's,
We've been found.
Oh, and it's gone. See,
They
we
found
said
us.
it again and it stopped.
They found us.
No, but I hate it because like we live in a culture where we're so tribal. We want to belong to something. We want to be left wing or right wing. We want to be Republican, Democrat. We want to choose for this baseball
Right.
team or that baseball team. No, is it a Ford Chevy thing? You know what I mean? There's this constant, and it's
Yeah.
okay, right? It's
It's entertaining.
Jiu-Jitsu is better than Taekwondo. Muay Thai is better than what you know what I mean. Like it's everybody wants to belong to something, and I think it's a humanly nature to have that to belong.
It just
That's-
blows my mind that when we vote someone as president,
Yeah.
that people are like screaming and crying.
Yeah.
Like that the president has some kind of power to change
Oh, my
anything that
gosh.
happens.
Yeah,
in-
you're just
like-
a representative
like
essentially.
nothing. Yeah. Nothing in my life over the past. I don't even know how many years.
Yeah.
How many years has Trump been in? Like now, like 2, 3.
Right now,
Yeah.
maybe
2?
a year.
No, it's been
year.
2.
Has it been 2 yet?
It's got to be at least solid 2.
My money's a year and a half.
We're
That's
already
where my
talking.
money's-
So it's 2020 is the new vote. So
2020, but it's every 4 years they get to.
it's every 4 years.
Yeah.
So it's
Wow.
2019 now.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's been
Yeah.
2.
I don't know.
2?
In my mind, it's maybe 2. We could say
2.5?
Yeah, we could.
3? We look
Well,
ridiculous
4.
right now. Yeah, it's probably 3.
Yeah.
But,
We have a computer right here. We can just
but
Google.
here's the thing. Yeah, it just like my life. Hey, has your life changed at all since Trump came into
Not at
office?
all.
No, mine
Not
hasn't
at all.
either.
I think you know. Here's how I say my life has changed. I will say this: I've realized there's people that I don't want to hang out around because they're a little too vocal about way too much stuff.
Yeah.
Like I legitimately, there's some people that I've talked to that they got like I made a joke. Like I'm an immigrant who came here as an immigrant.
Right.
I got my citizenship. Of all the people, immigrants can make immigrant jokes.
Yes,
like you
I
can.
agree with that.
Black people can make black jokes. Gay people can make gay jokes.
Especially
Immigrants can make
if you're an
immigrant
immigrant
jokes.
that did it
Yeah.
right. Like you came over, you got your citizenship.
You can make, it's a laughing joke. I made an immigrant joke around somebody, like a Trump immigrant joke, at the hospital, and this girl legitimately got like offended and pissed off, and got so fired up, like disrespectfully fired up. That I'm like, whoa, like I realize I don't want to have you over for dinner with your husband. Like legitimately, like I don't get it why people do that. Like it changes you so much. Look, I'm from a country where there's dictators running it, right? Corruption. Now it's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, you're from a country where if you do vote someone in, people might die.
Yeah,
Like, people might die.
There's corruption, but even
Legitimately
with
die.
that corruption, people understand this person's in power. I'm going to be respectful, or else I'm going to be in a lot of trouble.
Right. Yeah.
And so that a lot of people just don't
He's
get
from
it.
he's from North Korea, by the way.
Yeah,
If we
yeah.
haven't
Yeah,
talked
sorry.
about this, if this is your first
Yeah,
time listening,
my accent is
Kim
is-
Jong-un?
Yeah. All hail.
we love
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, it's Kim Jong Un. It's
we
Un.
love you. Oh, sorry.
Un.
Did I say it
Yeah.
wrong?
It's so disrespectful of you though right now.
Yeah.
So disrespectful.
I'm sorry, dude. I try. Okay.
Put a hat on. All
I'm trying
right.
to keep up with your culture right now.
Yeah. But like they
I
don't.
just want to be part of your culture.
People don't
wanna be
get it.
sensitive
Like
to your culture.
there's such a thing. Like nothing changes. Like you as land owning citizen American. Like there's a reason I don't watch the news anymore because I sleep better, and there's more people that I don't like because they're way too
It's
opinionated.
hard.
Yeah,
It's hard to watch the
dumb.
news. Even on my Facebook feed, like
It's dark.
I follow like the local newspaper and the stuff they post. I'm like,
Labrador thing.
I'm gonna well, every other day it's something about Labrador. Let's be honest about that.
The local.
First
yeah.
off, yeah.
The
First
local.
off,
yeah. Eighth
But,
and McMillan's going to be closed, and the second breaking news is
Raul
Labrador. You know what you did.
what did he do today?
Oh, by the way, if you guys don't know this yet, we had our first fan submission of this meme of Raul Labrador, and the meme said, "You know what you did," and this is the most questionable face Raul has ever had. And we love you, whoever you made it. If you have more memes of anything on this podcast, put it on our Facebook page, the Pillow Talk. Is this called
that's
Pillow Talk on
hilarious.
Facebook?
Yeah, spill time.
Oh, it's hilarious. Do that. It's such a kick. It's hilarious. You guys are
Good
creative.
stuff. It's such good stuff, bro.
It's the
Things
best.
are such
It's the best.
good things. Anything coming up this week for you?
This week, yeah,
Going
man.
out of town?
No. I'm in town.
Skipping?
I got to build. I just got this new project with Home Depot that we're doing backyard patio thing. So I'm gonna deck
that'll
out.
be fun.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I got this fire pit section. We're gonna put some pavers down, and I got this paver bench that's like a angled one. Planters, again paver. And then I'm gonna figure out a way to do like a partition wall, just kind of create a little more zen, and then like barriers all the way where it divides the grass from the planter area. Really excited about that. Like they just literally send me that contract over, and so it's gonna pimp it out. I'm excited for spring, dude. Spring.
Yeah,
Do you
the
know the
best part
first
of spring is getting out and like doing stuff with your landscape.
right? Get all the land of
things that you've thought about throughout the winter.
Do you do Zamzos? Do you do Zamzos lawn care?
Yep.
Dude, that stuff is like magic dust.
Yeah, Zamzo's sponsor.
Dude, legitimately, I will take them on
You're
as a
talking about
sponsor.
Thrive? You're talking about the
Well,
You're talking about the Zamzo's Thrive that you can purchase right now for a barrel for $50.
No, they're their lawn care package for like $100. You get like 5 bags of different seasonal stuff.
We have actual people come out and
Oh,
fertilize.
do they? Can I just say it's baller?
Yeah.
That's you got a guy. You have a grass guy come out.
Yeah, he's got that dope ass. He's got
Yeah.
that dope
Sprayer.
ass little scooter too that he rides. He rides and it sprays.
Just has fun.
It looks fun. I watch him do it, and I think,
Did you do it on
I
this
wonder if
property
he'd
yet?
let me take a ride.
Did you do it on this property yet?
Did I do it on this property?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do it.
You do it on this property. Because you moved
been
in
here
here
for 2 years.
2 years now. Yeah.
Yeah.
You passed that capital gains tax, bro. Annie, if you sell
time.
it, yeah, Uncle Sam can't touch my
Yeah,
money.
yeah, we got a dude that comes out and
Yeah, that's
fertilizes and all that.
awesome. Is that
but,
more expensive when you have somebody come out versus you go and get in the thing?
You know, I'll be
What do you
honest,
pay?
I'm not
10,
sure.
10 grand a month? What do you pay?
10, 15
Yeah.
G's.
It's another number, right?
10, 15 G's, yeah.
Look, when you own a
Pocket
podcast,
expenses. Pocket expenses,
money's no
yeah.
object.
Yeah. That's just something. Let's just say it's just something I pulled my billfold out. And,
Yeah. Tell me when.
It's so thick.
Yeah, tell me when.
Yeah, a billfold's so thick it makes that sound.
Is this many enough?
It's this many. Hey, this.
Yeah.
It's like your son. This many's.
I have this many.
When you have your son go to the store and he pays for his own
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
he's like, this many's.
I love it because my kids have no
That's what I say
concept
to
of
them.
money, and so they're like, can we go? Like, we'll go to like some family event bowling
Mm-hmm.
thing on Saturday, and on Sunday they want to go again somewhere. And I'm
Right.
like, do you have money? He's like, yeah, and they whip out like $1. I'm like, all right, well, you're gonna need like at least 60 more of these.
Well, you remember in our day, or at least in mine, when change actually meant something. So you
Change.
actually had the little.
You can fill up a
yeah,
car.
that little change pouch. That little change pouch.
Oh yeah, little.
Did you ever have one of those?
Little, like,
yeah. I got a quarter or
You
two.
little sack in there. Yeah.
It made that noise.
Yeah.
Bucket in it.
Yeah. You're like, I'm paying my mortgage
Flip out
today.
your quarter.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I remember we had like a jar that you'd put just your extra change in.
Yeah.
When you got home, and like at the end of the month, we'd like rent a movie or something.
Rent a movie,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was something ridiculous. We'd rent a movie and get some pizza
Back in the day, man,
because we were poor.
I even knew some people who they had some kind of change thing, and it's huge. They probably have like a 3-liter thing, but like they'll get like $2,000 out of it. How long are you hauling
How
that?
much change is in there, dude?
I don't know, man. We when Irene and I got married, I have like 4 or 5 really close buddies in Seattle that I was the last one of the group almost to get married, and they all were professionals. I already worked for Microsoft, and so I was still in school in college. And so when we got married, I graduated. We got married.
Amazon, here I come.
Right. I graduated, and then like 2 months later, I got married, and they all pitched in some cash to give us like as a wedding gift, and so it was like $2,000 worth of cash, really generous.
Dang.
So here's what they did. These assholes went to like 7 banks in Seattle and brought it down into like nickels, quarters, and dimes,
That's awesome.
and they brought it in a wheelbarrow in a potato sack. And the wheelbarrow got like, not a wheelbarrow, it was a wagon wheel. That's what it was. And red flyer or red radio flyer, is that what it's called? I don't know. The little red
Yeah.
kid wagon wheel.
Yeah,
the metal
radio
one.
flyers.
Yeah, the metal one. Dented the bottom of it. Like it takes 2 people to put it in your trunk and then it dips down. So when we got married, obviously everybody's poor when they get married, right? Because they're
Right.
like, our careers are not. And we needed the money, legitimately. And so we would go to like Fred Meyer's, the Coinstar machine, and we'd do like $200 to $500 at a time, or else you're spending it all day there. It's buffering. Dude, it was the funniest, most generous gift, but yet the most frustrating one after the event was over, because you're like, oh,
Did you
great.
have to go through and roll them all, or did you have
No,
to take them to
Coinstar. Just do Coinstar. But I mean, we had a shopping cart with a bag in it, and it
That's hilarious.
we did maybe 5 trips to Coinstar, because it's like an hour at a time. You're like, can't be here. Like,
I don't have this
This-
kind of time.
this
Do
is
they
gonna
still
pay for
have-
half
Do they
of-
still have Coinstars?
Oh yeah. Oh,
You still find 'em?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Because I didn't even know coins were a thing anymore.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Do you still get when you go and buy stuff? Do they still give you coins back?
Well, I don't remember the last time I have cash.
That's what I'm
usually
saying. Like,
the
I
only
don't
time I
even-
have cash is for babysitting.
I don't even
That's what
pay
have.
with cash anymore.
Cash is only for babysitting. Like I have like a little stash in my car with maybe like $20. And
Cocaine.
Irene is always pitching
Cocaine.
crack cocaine.
Cash is for cocaine and
Cash
hookers.
cash is for cocaine.
That's where they got Robert Kraft, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cash
He
is for
paid with a card instead of with cash.
That should be-
that was his downfall.
That should be the next meme somebody makes. Is cash is for cocaine.
Cash is for cocaine.
Right.
And hookers. You got really uncomfortable when I brought that up.
You know, I'm
I
not.
saw it in your face.
I'm all supportive of
When I bring
creating
up hookers, you're like-
I'm all supportive of creating jobs.
They get
I'm
up
not. I'm not in support of hookers.
It's funny that when you bring that up, though, people instantly go to like sex trafficking. Like, I know it's a thing, but I don't feel like it's a big thing.
Did you know that in Europe,
Like some people legitimately like to make money off sex.
No,
Like,
I get it. So
that's
one of the
their thing.
One of the cultural shocks I had. So when I was 21, I did a little backpacking, and one of the places we went to was Amsterdam.
Of course you did.
And I remember one of the places.
Why am I not surprised?
So a couple of friends we made there, they were walking us through, like, so we're going to some bar or something like that, and they're walking through these this alley, right, which we're just walking, and I'm on my phone or something like that, and you kind of see some stuff in your peripherals. So it's darker because it was night, and then I see in my peripherals like violet or pink on the left and right hand side. I'm like, what is it? Kind of like that, like the neons is coming from back. I'm like, what is that? And then finally, like, I look up and it's these windows of storefronts of gals modeling themselves in these windows.
Yeah.
And to me,
You're the first one that's ever called them gals, by the way.
I'm respectful, bro.
can
That's
see
one
that.
thing I'll
I
say.
can see that. Good
I
for
am
you.
respectful.
Good for you.
You're a stand-up guy. Yeah.
You're a patron of the cause,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm a husband and father, right?
You know what? Just that
And a business owner.
Just that statement right there is why they actually get up every morning and still go
Yeah.
dance. Because there's still guys out there that'll call them gals.
Yeah.
Like, hey, gal, why don't you climb down from there for a minute? Let's just have a conversation.
Yeah. What are your
we
fears?
just talk
What
for
are
a
your
minute?
goals and ambitions?
Fears.
Yeah.
It's,
But so here's what the guys locally explained this to me. So the stores that they were in are like nail salons and shoe boutiques or whatever. And so to kind of split the rent, these guys would rent out the space at night. And they would take a curtain and drape off. So imagine this is the rest of the store, and this window is the window alone.
Right.
So they'll take a curtain and curtain off this section, like a black curtain, and they'll turn on the light like you have here, and they'll be in lingerie advertising themselves for you to go in to do whatever they offer.
what do they offer?
Uh,
Hey, Alex, what do they offer?
financial consultations,
Fun,
fun,
fun conversation and
yeah, Uno trouble,
Tax.
yeah, tax,
tax evasion.
right? No, but
How to
Right.
tax evasion.
they so what the guys told me is they'll rent out the space from these business owners' place. But here's what the guys told me: like they in Amsterdam or maybe some of the other parts of Europe, they consider them real businesses. Like
So this is some mom and pop shop that they open up as a brothel at the end of the night when the lights go out.
Now the mom and pop doesn't. So imagine you own up, like, let's say you own a
diner.
barber. Like you own up a barber shop, right?
Barber shop.
And during the day you close at 5 or 7 p.m.
Right.
You're done. The place just sits there at night. So some gal will come and say, "Hey, can I rent out your space at night from these hours to these hours? I'll be gone before you come in the morning." And you're like, "Okay, you'll just split rent from me." Okay, cool.
Those guys better be bleaching down their boots in the morning.
You're walking with black light, just like seeing what's
Yeah.
where. And so this is the shocking part is, first of all those girls were beautiful. Like they look like the girls you will introduce to your parents. None of them are like, "Oh, you're a night walker." No, you're like, and so the guys that live out there, they told me these are just like college students that this is a real like LLC kind of thing in Amsterdam. And so you pay taxes. These are tax paying people. So this is just a way for them to make a living while they're in college.
In Amsterdam, they had decent looking women.
They were beautiful.
Dancing.
They were really, really pretty. Yeah, they were.
So
pretty.
I went to Hawaii. That was my first experience with seeing actual
Really?
prostitutes that were like gorgeous.
Really?
Like, yo, gorgeous.
Bunch of what do you call Moanas?
No, they were Hawaiian women. They were
Tafiti.
They were
is
just
yeah.
they had a lot of fake parts on
Fake
them and a
parts
lot
on
of.
Was
they
it
were-
questionable?
they were
Was it kind
done
of
up.
like Thailand where you're like, "Oh, you're not the person that I think you are"?
No, I never thought
really.
that. It was more questionable as in like they'd walk by you and kind of whisper things in your ear as they're walking by, and you'd be like, I was, when I went there,
Nobody likes
I
a
was
pushy
young
salesman.
kid. I was a young kid, and because they'd whisper things, and you just think it was some girl hitting on you. Like you'd be like, oh,
She loves me.
she
told me. It's real.
told me,
real.
I took you to meet my mother.
Yeah. She knows my secrets.
Can't believe you- Can't believe you're gonna do me like this.
She never wants to fix a problem. She just wants to listen. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How old were you? How old were you when you saw this?
I was 21.
21. Oh, so you weren't that young of a kid. I mean, when you say
Yeah,
kid,
I
I
was
thought you were
pretty
40,
immature.
50.
I was pretty immature
Did
child.
you giggle? Did you giggle? You're like,
No, but I was like, I turned around and was following her, like, hey,
Yeah.
what's up, girl?
what's-
Let me holler at you real quick.
You said, "What it do, baby boo?" Is
Yeah,
that what you said?
exactly. That's exactly what I said, dude.
You like R.
Were
Kelly?
there?
You like R. Kelly?
Yeah. What's your feelings on the whole R. Kelly peeing dig up?
Yeah. I got an Oldsmobile with a kicking bass. You like how we just turned it like 360 around back for the
Yeah,
intro?
we did, we
so
did.
if you just started listening to the podcast, reference back to our first
You're gonna
part
have to listen
of
to the whole thing to get what we're even talking about.
Oh yeah, where we got from and where we started.
Yeah.
What about you, man?
Stuff.
What do you got going on this week?
I don't do much during the weekdays. I might go snowboarding again. I went on Thursday.
Was it a Bluebird day?
Bluebird.
Yeah, it's
I don't know what that
sunny.
means.
It's nice, sunny blue skies, clear visibility.
Never heard that.
No, because you go nighttime, don't you?
Yeah, but there was
Was
plenty
that-
of sun.
was plenty of
I mean,
sun?
It was a
For-
sunshiny day.
45 minutes. For 45 minutes.
No, it was a while.
It was a while.
The sun, right now, the sun isn't going down until what, 6, 7? Closer
Yeah.
to 7, I think.
When's it's supposed to be?
And so
yeah.
I got up there about 4:30, and
Yeah.
it was beautiful. The powder
Really?
conditions and
A lot
everything.
of, still a lot
amazing.
of snow
It's
up there.
Beautiful
really?
up there.
Yeah.
I guess
Probably
they
one of-
said it was last week was the first time they actually had to tell people to you gotta go. You can't stay here.
What do you mean?
Like they actually were turning people around on the mountain.
Like, because there's no parking? Or
Yeah,
what?
there was no parking.
Really?
There wasn't room.
What day is
Like,
this?
it was so
Thursday, you
full.
said? Or Saturday?
I went on Thursday, but
Okay.
last week they said
Really?
it was the first time ever in Bogus Basin history.
Are
where
you
they'd
serious?
Yeah, they got
Oh.
12 feet
You,
of snow.
in how long of a period?
I'm bad if this is wrong, but the month of February.
Oh, well,
the month of
I'll
February.
believe that.
They
'cause
got 12 feet of snow.
They kept getting like 12 inches at a time.
Right.
Like each day.
And
they
so
were-
that's this late in the season. That's unheard of. So
1,000
they were getting hit
feet of snow in a
in,
week.
They had 4 avalanches last
and
week.
I quote.
Well, they do that deal where they cut the prices in half for the
Yeah.
season
Oh,
passes
yeah,
and
yeah,
things.
mhm.
So they're dealing right now with the people that are buying those new season passes,
last
plus
minute
the
people.
people that still have the season passes.
Yeah.
So they just I read that in the newspaper, bro. So it's got to be true.
Yeah.
First time ever that they've had to actually turn people
That's
around.
interesting. Well, I hope
but,
so.
But the conditions. Did you go at all last week?
No, last
conditions
week.
were
No.
probably the best I could think of
Yeah.
conditions being as far as powder and
I might go on Wednesday.
consistency and well groomed.
Really?
Yeah.
I wanna go-
I'm gonna go Thursday again.
I want to go. I'm gonna go maybe 2 more times by myself, and then take Jack 1 more time, and then I'll probably be done because I've already gone like 13 times this year.
13 times.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Dude, I try to go.
Are
once
you
a
a
week.
professional?
I am. I'm sponsored
Are
by
you a
Hurley,
professional skier?
K2, Solomon.
Hit us up.
Yeah. What up? What up? What up?
TwinTips.com.
Yeah, bro. We shred.
Yeah.
We carve. We shred. We just gnar, bro.
Nar.
Nar,
I get
bro.
nar in the pal all the time, bro.
All day.
You haven't done
One
that
time
before?
I was told to stop narnaring on the pal. which,
Nar.
which,
Hey, bro, you're nar too hard.
Which-
it's making a mess.
which
That's
is
what they said.
snowboarding lingo for defecating on the snow.
Yeah, it's making a mess. It's fine if you nar in the pal, but it's not fine if you nar on the lift seats. That's when
I was told to stop.
That's when it gets questionable.
I was told it's not kosher. Yeah.
It's a biohazard
Yeah,
threat.
the
but it is.
the mountain manager
You
Skylar
actually
came
become
out.
terrorists.
Yeah, Skylar came out like, bruh, not cool.
You're on first name basis with the mountain manager.
Sky.
I call him Lur.
Yeah, he's thinking about applying to Boise State.
I hope he does. It was when he graduates high school.
I just want to pursue like a bigger and better career. You know, he managed at McDonald's at one point in his
Yeah.
life. Like that's what like his business
that'll be his
education.
next step.
Bro, #1 in business school, or 6 rules of business. Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal.
Yeah, it's funny because I've been friends in the past with people that work on ski mountains.
Yeah.
And that's literally what they do. Like their entire year is based around like whatever job they're doing in the summers and stuff. It's
Yeah.
based around I'm
Yeah.
going back to
Yeah.
Bogus. You know,
Yeah.
I'm going back to the ski mountain.
They're like in the summertime. I know those guys
Kind of
because
a
in the summertime they're driving a boat for like wakeboarders and stuff like that on the lake.
I don't know what they're doing.
And then in the wintertime they're working on a ski
But
lift
yeah,
kind of thing.
they're live, which
Yeah.
is cool. It's cool. I wish
That's cool.
I was that into.
I don't want to be 35 years old doing that.
Really?
No, I'll do that when I'm like 21.
Working
sure.
there, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, I want to do that for fun. Yeah,
shredding, though.
I don't want to be 35 years old and that's what my career is
you're-
managing McDonald's in the summertime and working at a bogus basin ski lift.
I don't think you're giving enough credit to managing McDonald's. They're not giving you the time off.
No, they
bro.
don't. Right? No, they don't. There's no benefits.
Yeah, as soon as you
know?
leave,
Yeah,
they're bringing someone else in.
It's a turnover.
There's someone
right?
else they're going to come bring in.
You know what?
They're not going to save your job until you come back.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll guarantee that.
Wait for
Off
me.
the bat, bro. Yeah.
I promise.
Tell me you'll wait forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll
I
never
made
do
this
that,
place
dude.
what it is. No, you didn't.
never do
you
that.
showed up sober. That's all you did.
One of the few employees.
Yeah, there's not a lot of requirements. All right.
There's some deep study that goes on in that, I heard.
In where?
Being a manager at McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Booklets.
Booklets.
Study programs.
Schedules.
You got to make schedules for people. That's a real thing.
Yeah, La Quinta won't work on Wednesdays, and Hector.
La Quinta.
Yeah.
Isn't that a hotel? Isn't that the name of a hotel?
Yeah. That's what she was named after.
Yeah.
She was named after a place she was conceived
Dang,
in.
that's
Yeah.
classy.
Yeah. Met a girl named
classy chick.
Motel 8 one time.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
She had green carpets too.
Montel Williams? No, it's actually Motel Williams.
Montel.
Yeah, he changed it. It was more marketable.
Of course it was.
Yeah. All right, what do you think about wrapping this up? We just
Yeah,
hit the
let's
1
do
hour.
it.
Yeah. You
We're
want to
just throwing out.
Yeah,
random
we're just
shit
offending
right
people.
now.
We're just offending people right
We're
now.
just throwing out random shit constantly right now.
And the Mexicans.
About Don't get me started. Don't get me started about those fucking Utahns, bro.
Utahns?
Yeah. I fucking.
Yeah, Idahonians.
Don't even.
All right, folks, don't take anything serious. We love you all, except the Utahns.
Yeah.
You guys can all. No, it's all jokes. All jokes, folks.
With your 3.2% alcohol.
Is that their
allowance?
Is that their thing? You know
It's
what?
something like
I'm
that.
angry enough. Shut it down, Jared. Shut it down.
We're over.
All right, folks. We love you.
Canceling it.
Follow us on Facebook, Pillow Talk. Shoot us an email or
Yeah,
something
man.
like that. And hey, subscribe and share this
Hit that
stuff.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Share
Toodles.
it. Tell your friends.
Bye.
We love you all. Bye.